Hi there guys, welcome back to the next video in my Kanto Solo Run series, where I aim to solo the game with a Pokemon chosen by our randomizer wheel. Let's recap the rules and get straight back into it. First off, the wheel decides which is free Pokemon, choose one of the three and we do the run with that Pokemon. Secondly, I can only use that Pokemon in battle, but I can catch utility Pokemon for HMs. Third, I can't heal in battle using items, but healing outside of battle is allowed, and moves like Recover and Rest also allowed. Fourth, I can use the Badge Boost glitch, because it's kind of unavoidable in Gen 1. Finally, I can use TMs and HMs. Now let's recap, let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're back with another spin the wheel. This first time we've got Paris. 4 times weak to fire, I'm not too sure on that one. Next we've got Raticate. I've been wanting to do a Raticate run. Let's see what we get for the third option. Last up is Charmeleon. I really want to do a Charmeleon run, but you know what? I've been waiting for Rattata for a long time. Raticate, I mean. Okay, now we're choosing Raticate on the wheel. Let's get on with the run. So, Raticate is an interesting Pokemon. You'd think, being the regional rodent, it actually wouldn't be very good, and that's where you're wrong. In Gen 1, Raticate has, well, quite decent stats, really. It's quite like a Clefairy sort of build. Its main stat is attack, of course, because it uses those big teeth to bite, which means that Brock might be a problem. But the moveset that it actually gets, in terms of its level up and its TMs, is phenomenal. We get Hyper Fang very early on with Raticate. I don't think we actually start with it, do we? No, we start off with Tackle, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. Not the best starting moveset in all honesty, but we do learn Hyper Fang quite early on, and that is going to be key to beating Brock. But to be able to get that, we need to get up levels. So I actually went over to the rival quite early on after beating him straight away. I went in at half HP, I was quite cocky with this run, and straight away I got hit by Sand Attack on the Pidgey. So I'm already not off to a great start, but you can see Raticate's really high attack playing through for us here. Unfortunately, we are going to lose this one, really, because we get Sand Attack too many times. But what I was planning to do here was take the experience. Oh, actually, do we win? Come on. If he doesn't use anything, there's the tackle. Yeah, we do lose this one, unfortunately. But I want to get the experience from that Pidgey to start off with, because battling wild Pokemon doesn't yield the best amount. So when we go into the battle the next time, we get Sand Attack straight away. We're at full health this time. It's going to be a free hit on the Pidgey. So it goes down and we haven't taken too many Sand Attacks, but we've got a lot more HP now to deal with the Squirtle. You might be wondering why I've chose Squirtle for the final battle, and that's pretty much due to its defense. We are a physical attacker, even though throughout the run we are going to get quite a few special moves, because Raticate is really good on its TM moveset. It learns Bubble Beam, it learns Thunderbolt, it learns Ice Beam, so we've got very good coverage. We've got the, what's it called, the Ice Bolt, the Ice Bolt combo, basically. I think that's a competitive Pokemon term. And we needed those levels starting up to be able to get to level 11. As you can see here, even though we can beat this Geodude, we got 3 HP to go against the Onix. Now, if I level up a bit more, I can get Hyper Fang. And that move in itself is going to just decimate Brock's Pokemon. So, we start off with a Tackle. I really should have used Hyper Fang to start off with. But you can just see how much damage is tearing through that Geodude. We get through it, we haven't lost too much HP, and the Onix comes out now. So, Hyper Fang's not doing very much. We are quite a speedy Pokemon, so we do outspeed the Onix. And while it's using Bide, we can use Tail Whip, we can lower its defense, and this battle becomes really trivial as soon as we get to level 15. And now we've got to level 16. Honestly, I think even at a low level, we can do major damage against Misty. So let's see how we do against Misty now. After getting through Mount Moon, we're now going to be level 19. And that's only because I had to get so many battles out the way just so that I could get Hyper Fang. And Staryu's going to go down 2 hits. The Starmie, this is why we wanted Hyper Fang early on. It has only got 90 accuracy, but with a combination of Hyper Fang, Quick Attack, we can take down Misty quite comfortably. And I tried this a few times just to see whether the strategy was quite consistent. It was. So we picked up Bubble Beam. We've now got a different coverage move. We can move on to the rival on Nugget Bridge. Bubble Beam's not going to do much against the Squirtle. The main thing we need to do is get this Pidgeotto out of the way. So Hyper Fang, critical hits, takes it out straight away, which is fantastic. The Abra is always a free battle because it can't attack. The Rattata is going to be kind of annoying because it does use Quick Attack. I don't know if our own Quick Attack would have taken out in one. But as you can see, now we're at level 21. We've got Hyper Fang. These battles are becoming very trivial. So we've only had one loss two losses so far against the rival outside Viridian and against Brock. When we move on to the SSN, we're level 26 and we picked up Body Slam, a fantastic coverage move. And even though it's got 10 less power than Hyper Fang, its accuracy is 100%. So the only way we'll miss is if we get that Gen 1 miss, which, if you've never looked at it before, it's basically a 1 in 256 chance that 100% move is going to miss. Which doesn't happen too often, but this is Gen 1, it's very buggy, so we do see it every now and then. But Body Slam is hands down a far better move than Hyper Fang. And with Body Slam as our main move, we can move through and tear through Lieutenant Surge. The Voltorb goes down with one Body Slam. Pikachu's got terrible defense. I say that pretty much every video. And we also picked up Dig as well, a fantastic coverage move to take out any electric types. It's going to take out poison types really well as well. And we also pick up Thunderbolt. So even just after beating Surge, we've got fantastic coverage moves. Got Bubble Beam, got Thunderbolt, we've got Dig, got Body Slam. The only thing that I'm probably going to change moving forward is going to get Ice Beam. Because against Lance and the later battles, it's going to be a lot more useful than having Bubble Beam. Kangaskhan, we don't have anything that's super effective against it, so Body Slam's going to be the move we use, and Giovanni is trivial, completely trivial. Erica, on the other hand, we could use Ice Beam here, but we do have Dig, which is a powerful move, and it's a physical move, which is better for us because we're a physical attacker. Annoyingly, we get put to sleep, and the Victory Bell Razor Leafs us twice. Very annoying, but we are only level 32 at this point. We actually are making very good progress. So we managed to miss the Sleep Powders, and Dig takes out the Victory Bell. Oh, it's going to take 3 hits. That's really annoying. We didn't get the damage range there. Critical hit helps us out here, and we move up to level 33 going against the Tangela. Body Slam's a better play here, and it takes it out in 1. Vileplume, on the other hand, is going to be a different story. So I have to go for Body Slam, and it takes it out in 2. So with a better strategy, Erica is much easier to beat. We do pick up Mega Drain just from beating her, but to be fair, we actually don't need Mega Drain. We can't learn it, so it's just going to become a sellable item so we can get more stat boosting items. Going into Lavender Tower, Thunderbolt's going to take out the the Pidgeotto quite comfortably. We do outspeed it as well. And this battle, apart from, even the Gyarados is going to be quite easy. Thunderbolt is 4 times effective. The Kadabra later in the run's probably going to be a problem when we can't outspeed it as easily. And we do now have Thunderbolt 4 War Turtle. It doesn't take it out in 1, even though we're 9 levels above it, but it's still quite an easy fight. So I was contemplating where to go next, so I decided to go to Sylph because it was closer and just test my luck against the rival here. This is going to be a hard battle. The level cap's caught back up to us. We're level 37, and this Pidgeot still knows Sand Attack at this point. After this point, the Pidgeot doesn't know Sand Attack. We do get hit once by it though. Growlithe comes out. We do have Bubble Beam still. We haven't switched over to Ice Beam yet. And 2 Bubble Beams takes it out. You might notice as well that I haven't equipped any moves that can utilise the Badge Boost glitch. I am purely going through with Raticate's bulk and its attacking prowess. Alakazam does outspeed us here, and we get that Gen 1 miss on Body Slam. And Confusion. 1 Confusion decimates us. So that's a loss. But I think we can still do this at level 37. So I go into another battle. We get Sand attacked. It takes 3 Thunderbolts this time to take down the Pidgeot. And next up's the Growlithe. So I'm going to go up for Dig this time. It arguably is more powerful because we have physical attack and move, it's a physical move. So it does take it out in one. That should have been the play that I did the previous battle. Execute comes out, and we are missing so many attacks because of that singular Sand attack. We do paralyze it, but the amount of damage it is doing because of Reflect is not good for us, and we get seeded by Leech Seed. And you can just see how even just one Sand attack completely destroys your attempt. Body Slam does take out the Alakazam in one hit, we level up, and there's only the Blastoise left. Can we use... Body Slam may have not been the best thing to use there. It's using Bite quite a bit, and if I get hit once, I am down. So I need Body Slam to really crit. He uses Withdraw. We miss the Body Slam. He goes for Withdraw again. Thunderbolt finally takes it out. A bit of a struggle, but second time victory for Raticate. I'm not mad by that. One of the rules I am also enforcing from videos completely now on, Double Team is 100% banned. It is just broken in Gen 1, so I will no longer be using Double Team. So, Giovanni and Silphco. Not usually the toughest battle. Nidorino is going to go down to a Dig. We're going to use Dig on the Kangaskhan, then it starts building up its rage. So I'm just going to use Thunderbolt on it, take it down in 3 hits. Not too bad, but we are starting to lose a lot of HP. We still have Bubble Beam at this point, and I opt for Dig again. And our defense gets lowered. That adds to our badge boost glitch, to be fair. If the opponent decides to use a move which lowers our defense, it actually activates the badge boost glitch to that point. So it means that we do get a stat boost in some of our stats, depending on what badges we've got. But first time victory against Giovanni and Silphco. I'm not gonna turn my nose up at that. So we're gonna use Dig. We're going to go out straight to Sabrina. I don't know if we're gonna outspeed, so we're gonna have to make sure we can hit hard and hit it home as quick as we can. We do outspeed the Kadabra. That's pretty good. And next up's Mr. Mime. It's a bit bulkier than the Kadabra, so it's going to take 2 Body Slams to take it down. Venomoth. Strangely has become one of the more annoying Pokemon on these runs recently. Thankfully 2 Body Slams takes it down. Next up's the Alakazam. If we can get... use Reflect. This is going to be a 3-hit KO. Thankfully it only used Psywave. If it had used Psychic or Psybeam, we probably wouldn't have survived that. Now level 41 we actually learned Super Fang. In the right circumstance, Super Fang can actually be very good. Basically, how it works is it halves the remaining HP of whatever the opponent has. We don't want that. We want to be getting 1-hit KOs, so we aren't going to learn Super Fang on this run. Might be good in competitive, but for me, I'm not wanting to use it here. Going against Koga, I went into this battle pretty cocky. I didn't want to heal up. I didn't want to go to the Pokemon Center, so we're just going to see how we do. Dig is a super effective attack. It's not a stab move, unfortunately, but we get through the first 2 Pokemon without much problem. Coughing comes out, and the worst thing it can do is use Smokescreen here to lower our accuracy. Thankfully, Dig takes it out in 1 hit, and we're left with a Weezing. I'm kind of hoping that if I Dig, it's going to use Explosion. It uses Sludge, and it takes us out. So that's just pure luck that Koga really won that one. So I'm confident I can do this with this amount of HP in this level, so we go straight back into the fight, take out the first Coughing before we can use Smokescreen, Dig on the Muck, and all it does is keep using X attacks, so we can get 2 free kills on them. We know that Dig takes it out in 1, so we're going to use that on Coughing, and there's a 1-hit KO. Next up is the Weezing, and I'm going to try for Body Slam, get the Paralysis first. We do get the Paralysis, and 3 Body Slams takes it out. So not too bad. We're not losing very often. So there's only a few things we can really left to do. We've beaten all the gym leaders apart from Blaine and Giovanni. So let's move over to Blaine, and then let's head to Giovanni and off to the Elite Four. We are shredding this run with Raticate. We are only level 43, and we're taking out most Pokemon in 1 hit because of the likes of Body Slam or Dig. You might see as well that I've still got Bubble Bean at this point, and that's just because I wanted to keep it until after I got past Giovanni. Ice Beam, yes, it's super effective against quite a lot of his Pokemon, but I'll be honest, I completely forgot that I had it in my bag at this point. The Arcanine's going to go down 2 digs, and we beat Blaine without much of a problem. So all that's left is Giovanni. Let's see how we do against him. Giovanni, the greatest trainer, my ass. Okay, Rhyhorn comes out. We have taught Ice Beam now, and it's a one-hit KO. Fantastic, great start. Dugtrio comes out. Is it a one-hit KO? It hangs on with the smallest amount of health, but we're still looking good. We've got full HP. Nidoqueen's going to be a 2-shot on Ice Beam. Okay, 3 down. We've got 2 left. Nidoking's next. If Nidoqueen took 2 hits, then so's Nidoking. We do get poison though, which isn't great, but we do have super effective moves against the Rhydon. So, as long as poison doesn't take us down, or we don't get outspeeded in one shot with Horn Drill, we should be alright. And after 2 Ice Beams? Oh, it's a slow day. We do beat Giovanni, which means there's only the Elite Four left to go. But before the Elite Four, we've got to beat the rival again. Pidgeot now doesn't have Sand Attack, which is fantastic. So a few Ice Beams are going to be taking it out. Annoyingly, level 46, it isn't a 2-shot, it's still a 3-shot to take out that Pidgeot. Rhyhorn's going to go down to 1 Ice Beam. We're looking pretty good. Growlithe comes out, we're going to use Dig. And it's a 1-hit KO. That's 3 for 3 right now. And we've got 3 more Pokemon left to go. Execute is going to be kind of annoying, so I'm going to use Ice Beam and hope for the freeze. We do get the freeze. I am so lucky with freezes on my recent videos. The Tentacle run, I must have got about 10 freezes throughout that entire run. It was crazy. We do miss the Body Slam. We get the Gen 1 miss. Thankfully, though, he used Recover on the next run, on the next turn. And all that's left is Blastoise. If we get hit here, we're dead. And Hydro Pump hits. So it's another reset, unfortunately, but that's how these runs go. Let's see how we do against the Pidgeot. We get a better damage range on the first Ice Beam, and it goes down in 2 hits. Looking pretty good. Rhyhorn, we know it's going to be a 1-shot, and that's no problem. Growlithe comes out. It was a one-shot on Dig last time, and it is this time as well. Okay, let's see how we do against the Execute. Do we get the freeze again? We don't get the freeze, but we don't get stun spored, so that's fantastic. Come on, can we beat this Alakazam without taking any damage? Body Slam, we actually hit first. I didn't realise we outsped that Alakazam. We're looking very good here, guys. Thunderbolt's going to do, just under half. It's going to be a 3-hit KO. And Bite does a lot of damage, but we still managed to get through at level 50. That was tougher than I thought, but I'm really impressed with Raticate that it managed to do that in 2 attempts. So we're going to go over to Lorelei in the Elite Four. This is where the real challenge starts. We do have a good move with Thunderbolt. We've got Stab, Body Slam, and I have used my rare candies here just to get us up to level 60. We paralyse the Dugong starting off, and it uses Aurora Beam. 2 Thunderbolts are going to take it down. The Cloyster's got terrible special, so even though it's got bad special, we still only take it out in 2 hits. But we got 2 paralysis there on 2 Pokemon. Can we go for 3? We don't, but 2 Thunderbolts are going to take down the Slowbro. Next up's the Jinx. It's weak to ground moves, so we're going to go with Dig. And it is a 1-shot. It doesn't have great defenses. Last up is Lapras, though. This is the one that I hate with Lorelei. Body Slam thankfully doesn't do much damage, and we beat Lorelei first time. I was not expecting that. Usually I have a tough time against her first time. And honestly, I am so happy with how Raticate is doing on this run so far. We're just going to talk through the Bruno fight because, for one, it's Bruno. We've got moves that cover pretty much all bases here. Ice Beam is going to take out the Onix, so we're just going to have a chat. I've watched other people's runs doing Raticate and Rattata. Rattata, yeah, it's definitely a lot weaker, but it's not the worst Gen 1 Pokemon in these solo runs. But Raticate, I always felt was so underrated by people. Its move coverage, its stats, even though they're mediocre, like in terms of its stats, it's actually such a good Pokemon. And it's so underrated. I can't wait till I finally get around to doing, like, getting started on the Alola region. God knows when that'll be. But I'll start at some point doing solo runs for every generation, because I want to get through every single Pokemon. That's what I want to do with this channel. I want to solo run each game with each Pokemon. And anyway, now we've beaten Bruno, let's move on to Agatha. We have a good move with Dig, so that means we're going to miss quite a lot of the moves, and he takes out the first Gengar in one. Her Pokemon do not have the greatest defenses. We've got Ice Beam to cover the Golbat, we've got Dig to cover the Arbok, and of course Dig to cover like the Haunters and the Gengars in this battle. Annoyingly, we get hit by Hypnosis, and we've been confused, so this is not looking good right now. Dig takes out the Haunter, and we're onto the Arbok. We do outspeed, and we do one-shot. Okay, this is looking alright, but if we get hit by Nightshade, we are losing this battle, so we need to one-shot. And we get the critical hit. I don't know if it would have mattered without, but we beat Agatha first try. This is every Elite Four member so far has been beat first try. This is why I'm so impressed with Raticate. Level 62 going into the Lance battle, and we've got Ice Beam to cover all bases here. We've got Thunderbolt for the Gyarados. We have got the advantage. Let's see how we do. Gyarados comes out, Thunderbolt hits, and it's a one-shot crit. I don't know if it mattered without. Ice Beam, is it a one-shot? It's not going to one-shot the Dragonairs, but it's going to two-shot. What we've got to make sure is we don't get hit too many times by Dragon Rage. But annoyingly, that's what they do. They keep using Dragon Rage on us. I don't think we're going to outspeed the Aerodactyl. Do we outspeed? We do outspeed just. We get hit by Bite. As long as this Dragonite doesn't hit us, we can beat him first try. Come on, Raticate. And we get a critical all the way to the champion without losing against one Elite Four member. This is a good run, people. This is a good run. But the question is, how are we going to beat the champion? He's got a varied team, arguably one of the stronger champions in any of the Pokemon games. It's a well-balanced team, and we've got good coverage moves. If we can get a freeze, which we don't, but he uses Whirlwind. Okay, so Pidgeot is down without much problem whatsoever. Next up is Alakazam. Do we outspeed? We do, and we hit the Body Slam, but it doesn't one-shot. That's really annoying. Alakazam goes down at 2 Body Slams, and we're onto the Rhydon. Ice Beam comes out, and it doesn't one-shot. Thankfully, it goes for Horn Drill, and again, we've got through 3 of the Pokemon without losing 1 bit of HP. Going to use Dig on the Arcanine. Is it a one-shot? It's not. That's annoying, but we do get Badge Boost on Leah. That's pretty good. Executor comes out next. This is actually one of the Pokemon I was more worried about for this final battle. It's bulky Pokemon. It's got good moves. Well, I would say it's got good moves. It's got Stomp, Barrage, and Hypnosis. If you'd built your own Executor, it would definitely have better moves. And we're on to Blastoise, which is very good HP. It uses Withdraw, that's fine, we're using special moves. And it goes down with a crit. First time Elite Four with Raticate. Fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal Pokemon. So the biggest question now, as if you watched any of my other videos, I want to know what time we did this run in. So Raticate, you are finally in the Hall of Fame. I was so happy and I enjoyed this run so much. Let's see what time we got. Level 64, and the time was 3 hours and 27 minutes, people. That is a good Pokemon. That is a good run. Oh, you can probably hear from my voice how happy I was with this run. It went very well. I made a lot of the right decisions. What I need to do now is just continue on with these videos and see where we get to next. But as that is, we're at the end of the video. Please, everybody, if you have liked this video, like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube stuff. It really helps out the channel and helps keep me motivated to keep bringing out these videos. So I want to give a special shout out to one of my newest subscribers, a guy called Liam Stubbs. Thank you for subscribing. I will see you as the rival on one of the future videos soon. I've got quite a lot already pre-recorded. So we'll see you very soon with the next video. Take care, people.